Larry Caplan back with us today from our horticultural branch out there at the Vandenberg Extension Office. We appreciate you being here. And you have had a chemical spill, as you can see here on our little set table here.
Yes. We've had a chemical spill, and a lot of people will have a problem like that if they're using pesticides. They may spill, or they find that the container is leaking. Mm-hmm. What are they going to do?
You know, you should be more careful around here. This could be dangerous.
Right. Now, well, okay, now the first thing that people are going to try to do if they have a spill is they're going to grab the hose and they're going to try to hose it down.
Right.
Wrong thing to do.
Oh, wrong.
Wrong. Okay. Bad, bad. Don't hose it down because you're not cleaning it up. All you're doing is spreading it out. Mm-hmm. And so that's the first thing you want to do is not take out the hose. Now, when you do have a spill, we want you to do a couple things first. First off, isolate the area. Mm-hmm. There's several steps. First one is isolate. Block it off. Don't let your kids, the pets, your next door neighbor, don't let anyone walk through this.
If you happen to be a police officer, you can use some of that yellow tape you have in your police car there.
But at the very minimum, take a couple chairs and just put it around the spill area so that people don't walk through it.
Right.
The second thing you want to do is ventilate. So isolate, ventilate. If you're in your garage, open up the garage door, open up a window. You don't want to be in there breathing the fumes.
And throw a fan on it, maybe?
Throw a fan on it if you can do it without stirring up a bunch of dust.
Right.
The third thing you want to do is to put on your protective clothing. And of course, you know, you probably should have had your gloves on anyway if you were using the pesticides. I've been talking about that for several weeks now. But before you start your cleanup, get your gloves on. Okay. Now, at this point, you hopefully, if you're a homeowner, you shouldn't need to be doing any first aid. But if somebody has been overcome by the chemicals, you know, leave the spill alone, get the person out, and start first aid. But assuming that that's not needed, next, start your spill cleanup. That would mean, like, for example, here we had a container just tipped over. You write it up if that was what the problem was. If there was a leak in the container, then you want to take this and transfer this to another bucket or another container, just something so that it's not continuing the leak. You stop the leak from continuing. Okay, so now we've done that. Now, what do we do about the spill itself?
Okay.
Get your kitty litter out.
Yeah.
All gardeners should have some kitty litter available. It cleans up oil and stuff, but it also is great for cleaning up your spills. And you just simply dump a whole bunch of this stuff on.
Soak it right up.
It will soak it up. And this is much better than spreading it out with water. And this is going to have to sit here for a little bit to absorb the spill. Once it's been absorbed, and I'm not really waiting long enough, but I've only got, what, 3 minutes here. Once you've done that, you get your dustpan and brush. Remember, you're still wearing your gloves. And you sweep up your spill.
Okay.
Now, the spill material gets dumped into a good plastic bag. You can toss it. Then toss the broom. This is going to be contaminated. You can't reuse it.
Throw it out. Okay.
That's right.
Simple as that. Good enough. Thanks a lot, Larry. And you'll be back next week. We're coming back. Back Roads is next.